Later on in this video, just to give you a heads up, I'm going to yell at inferior minds that in the tradition of white disgrace, sabotage me and use that sabotage to pretend that they are better than I am. When I walk a higher path, or a superior path, or a better path, I'll let you fill in the rest of the sentence. You people have lost. And you are too dishonorable to admit it. Just like with my martial arts challenge. Not only were you hiding like bitches, fully aware of my challenge, conceding in secret that you cannot beat me, but you were cheating. And you do not accept the relevance of your cowardice and defeat. That is who you people are. That is who the white man is. That is who the Jews are. That is who the secret societies are. And that is who the American government, the American social engineers, social planners, and social controllers are. They are cowards. They are cheaters. And they are dishonorable scum that will not admit when they have lost. They will continue to try to cover it up because that is who they are. And don't you ever forget that. Ever. Racial superiority intellectually is not proven by the fact that Nigerians outperform every other group in America at this point in the academic world as far as attaining degrees and so on. I'll let you think about that for a while. I am half Nigerian, and that is how I'm starting this video. The fact that Nigerians outperform every other racial and ethnic group in America does not mean that they are superior mentally or intellectually because of their genes. It does not mean that I am superior intellectually because of my genes. Now, whites can go on and on about how their system isn't racist and that it actually does prove that my race is superior to theirs. But for some reason, call it a hunch. I don't think that they're going to take that route. In fact, when forced to face the facts, that many studies prove this, including a study of black youth raised in a privileged white area, and white youth where these black children slightly outperformed white children on the IQ test. This is not because black people are superior. In fact, that little discrepancy means nothing. It was not a wide enough gap to prove anything. We are looking at health and environmental factors, which include nutrition and drugs and what have you. Everywhere I went, I was the smartest person in my class. But the environmental factors kept me from showing it. In most cases. I was being drugged with psych meds since I was 13. And when you look at my performance, I was performing in a superior manner up until the point environmental factors became obvious, including drugging. I remember when I was at University of Phoenix, the Livermore campus, with the IT department. I was probably performing about average level in my class. And there was people there who were very cocky, who were obviously related to some of the staff. And there were people there who were obviously gang stalkers. It had been several years since my gang stalking had begun. Since my targeting had begun. At least 1 year plus. And just like the trolls in the comments, they were playing stupid about the psych op that was being run on me and how the drugs were affecting my performance. Now, this is very typical of white people and Jews and everyone who has decided for selfish reasons to roll with them. Besides, who would want to compete fairly with the son of 2 doctors and a brain surgeon if they believed in eugenics? I mean, what eugenics adherent would want to compete on a level playing field with the opposition view who, according to their own scale, is superior? No. These scientific racists in computer science will never, mark my words, they will never concede that I am more intelligent than they are. Ever. Number one, they don't understand the different forms of intelligence. Number two, they are too dishonest to admit the facts. Right now, I have one video that has 800 views, 21 thumbs up, and 3 thumbs down. Seven times as many people that put thumbs down put thumbs up. So one can come to the conclusion that at least 70% of the people who watched my videos saw that as definitive proof of a psychological operation, which means 2 things. One, as I pointed out in the video, I was on the hill. These people were not only hacking my phone, but they knew when to start playing with it, implying that they have me under 24-hour surveillance, or at least enough surveillance to learn my habits. Which one's more likely? That these people wait for a certain time every single day and hijack my phone at the same time every day? Or they have me under surveillance all the time and they wait till I'm out there and then they start messing with my phone? It's no longer up for debate. Now let's use some logic here. Logic alone will tell you that those 3 people who put thumbs down were trolls. It is impossible to see that video and not come to the conclusion that I am under surveillance and people are trying to fuck with my head for whatever reason. And this implies a group effort, a prolonged group sabotage effort. And in this nation with its history, I don't think it takes a genius to understand who is doing it, racially, politically, and what their motivations are. It does not take the top martial artist to figure that one out now, does it? So anyone at the Livermore campus who jumped to the conclusion that I am not more intelligent than they are is a fucking idiot that lacked the insight that I had even at the moment they were coming to that conclusion. Look at you now, you bitches. What do you have to say now, you sniveling fucking geeks? No smart ass Alec fucking computer geek joke now? Nothing to say. Maybe you should do now what you should have done then and shut the fuck up. Even drugged, I saw what was going on as far as intelligence, and you did not. Even sabotaged, I saw what was going on, and you did not. You are not as intelligent as I am, even when I am drugged. You are not as insightful as I am, even when I am drugged. You fucking cowards. And when my videos come down, I guarantee you they will have a superficial reason. Technically, the reason will seem that perhaps it had something to do with their rules. But we all know better. It is because the whites, the Jews, and everyone who is rolling with them are trying to cover up their mistakes. They're trying to cover up the proofs that I've put out there that so definitively prove that they were wrong, that they're running a psych op. They cannot possibly be successful if my videos continue on the path that they're going. Every day, more and more people are awakened by my videos directly, or because someone that my videos has touched has also touched and reached out. Every single day. At this rate, they will lose. At this rate, I need not say or do anything more than what I'm doing. My arguments are superior. I have proven it more effectively than anyone. And my top martial artist challenge more than explains why. And for them to try to prove me wrong, what must they do? They must have someone else prove it more effectively than I have, which ultimately will also contribute to what I'm doing. Either way, the Falcon smack has been delivered. These New World Order dogs are too drunk, too drugged up to truly understand that I have chopped off one of their limbs and they have been bleeding out for a while. The only way for them to cauterize their wound or to put pressure on it is to admit what they're doing. There's nothing that they can say to people that will change their minds. Even little kids in America understand that drugs impair one's ability to be physically active. Many of us, if not most of us, have been to the hospital. We've been sedated till we fall asleep so surgery can be performed. We've been knocked out. We've been at the dentist. We've been numbed. We didn't feel like ourselves. We've been drunk. We've been high. We all know. And we all know that that is cheating. We all know that when the people who are supposed to stop and arrest those who are cheating are complicit with the cheating, instead of doing the job, that it is a massive conspiracy of cheaters. And it is all the more despicable, and it is a more harmful form of cheating. And there are psychological effects when one is being cheated, and the people who are supposed to stop that from happening are helping the cheaters. When you consider all the factors and all the levels, one cannot possibly respect the people in power. And if they even pretend to be doing it to make their race look good, they have damned their race to eternal shame. Never again will the whites or Jews in the intellectual world, the spiritual world, or the world of martial arts be taken seriously. We will always wonder, did they cheat? Did they use their connections in Big Pharma to take some kind of performance-enhancing drugs that the drugs screeners cannot detect? Were they sabotaging the competition? Because they've been doing this for hundreds of years in this country alone. And every time they pretend to stop. They end segregation. they free the slaves. Every time they pretend that they don't do that anymore, they keep doing it. COINTELPRO, MK Ultra, they kept doing it. The Nuremberg Code, yet they kept doing it. All you psychologists, all you racist psychologists, I want you to ask yourselves, what are the psychological repercussions, ramifications, and consequences for being caught yet again doing what you're doing? America is like a pedophile that has cheated and created the circumstances to rape a child, has been caught trying to say that that child is crazy, caught raping him. They say they'll never do it again, and the people are dumb enough to let them have another chance to do it. Then they do it again. Same thing. Same exact thing. Then they say, well, we'll never do it again, and the people give them another chance. Well, it has come to this. No one believes you. No one respects you. Some people are brave enough to tell you. Some people are fucking cowards that don't tell you. But make no mistake, no one respects you. You are cheaters. You are liars. You are dishonorable dogs who pretend to be priests and preachers and martial artists. And you disgrace every honest person. Who takes on those roles. Ultimately, the blame falls on secret societies. But it is impossible for one to ignore or avoid the unavoidable fact that the masses of white people were complicit. These are white social norms, and white people uphold them more than anyone. More than even the Jews. They were the ones playing stupid about it. They were the ones trolling me. Every once in a while there was a Sambo, an Asian or an Uncle Tom, or Hispanic rather. But the masses of people playing stupid in the name of white social norms, not any other race, were white people. It would be completely wrong and disingenuous just to blame the most guilty. The masses of the traitors who rolled with it must also take the blame. It is not enough to say, well, the people in charge set the stage for us to do wrong. Well, why did you roll with it? What do you really get out of it, denying me my rightful place? Oh, that's right. Most of you aren't paid to do this. You're doing this because you're trying to make your race look better than it is. So therefore, the only just punishment for the course of action you chose to take and participate in is for your race to eternally live in shame. And for the world to know that it was the masses of white people in America that brought them that fate. Thank you. Now that you've seen proofs from my 9 PSYOP witnesses playlist, or whatever it's called, I have one holdout who I have a secret interview of. If she keeps holding out, I'm going to post the interview I have of her that I secretly recorded, that she didn't want me to record, showing the notes that were written, that her and Annabelle both claim to have been witness to. When my videos come down, know for sure several things. One, I told you all to download these videos for a reason. They'll probably take them down when they feel that they can keep me from uploading more, or when I'm dead. Number 2, know that the whites, the Jews, the secret societies, and some of the Asians are going out of their way to cover up their mistakes. All the criminal groups that roll with them, the gangs, the organized crime, and what have you. They are also trying to cover up their mistakes. Take it as a definitive sign that the black man will never get a fair shake. Men of God who put God before their race or anything else will never get a fair shake. Take it as a definitive sign that you can't trust anybody on YouTube. That if they are allowed to post videos, it's because they are controlled bitch, directly controlled or controlled opposition, or doing things in a way that they have been conditioned or controlled into doing. Take it as a sign, and listen very carefully so you don't miss my meaning. Take it as a sign that peaceful activism, protest, or action does not work. I repeat, it will be an undeniable, unavoidable, irrefutable, indisputable, incontrovertible proof that peace is not the answer. In a society where everything is controlled, you would be an idiot to think that you can change anything through peace. Only through war and sacrifice. The moment my videos come down, it is a sign from God that peace is out of the question forever.